Hey guys, I am Priyanka from Gizbot, and today in this video I'll tell you about India's largest fiber-focused broadband service provider, ACT Fibernet. Yes guys, you heard it right. The company has launched its new logo and tagline on Thursday. In fact, we also had a word with its CEO, Bala Malladi, regarding the company's strategy for the rest of the year and the reason behind launching a new identity. So, stay tuned. So, Mr. Bala, tell us about what exactly you have launched today.
Fibernet has been one of the leading service providers in broadband space, and we are the pioneers in many aspects of home broadband. Today we relaunched our brand identity to bring in the vibrancy and to inform the transformational journey that the company along with the customers is going to undertake. It's going to be a win-win partnership for the customers as well as for the company in the next phase of this market evolution. This is an orchestrated way of communicating and preparing the organization to deliver the next best in digital experience space. And this particular journey has started a while back, but we are going to leap forward in future with a very clear-cut communication and belief system that with act with you on your side, you can feel the advantage.
So, sir, I need to know that ACT is already an established brand, right? And you are, when it comes to number one, you are number one brand in South India, right? So, what's the need and what was the reason behind relaunching yourself, like your product?
So, it is not about the market leadership. It is about the philosophy of constant innovation. It's about the philosophy of staying relevant and ahead of the curve all the time, which we did over the past 10 years. When the market was in kbps, we launched Mbps. We were the first company in the country to deliver gigabit homes in 3 large cities to our retail customers. So we have been continuing this particular journey of being ahead of the curve. Now, the relaunch of the brand identity is more to reorient the entire organization and communicate the reorientation to the customers, saying that we are just not only going to be your connectivity partners. We are much more than that. We're going to get you many of those digital experiences. Tune in and stay with us, and you are going to be, and we would love to liberate, empower, and bring in the advantage to you.
So, sir, you need to tell me you are offering 1 gigabyte in 3 of your larger states, right? So, what kind of expansion plan you have, and what else, like how many states you are expanding to when it comes to 1 gigabyte?
So, the way we approach the gigabit homes is that when the customer is discerning at the retail level, earlier a gigabit connection used to cost, if you have to take it like an enterprise, it will cost you something like about 8 to 10 lakhs a month. Versus we deliver it under 5,000, 4,000 to 5,000 rupees. When we try to do this particular one, it is for those discerning customers that you need something, it is here, it will feel the advantage. So we keep doing this depending upon the customer needs. So we have done in 3 metros. We have plans to do in other places. But I'll come back to you as and when we decide to launch in a particular city.
When we can expect that service in Delhi?
I'm sure all that I can tell you is the next city is going to be Delhi. When is something that the board of directors will decide, and we'll come back to you.
next quarter we can expect something concrete information from you regarding this aspect?
It is a call that the board takes, and we will come back to you whenever else it is.
So Delhi for sure will be our next state.
Correct, because that is the biggest city that we have in terms of the expanse, largest expanse that we cover, and that's exactly what our plans are.
So how many states you are operating currently, and how many states you are planning to foray this year?
We operate in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Delhi. So we intend to actually establish our presence in the northern and western frontiers. But having said this, a launch announcement of a city will happen as and when we intend to start.
Okay.
But the way we do is we are currently in about 16 cities. We pick up cities rather than states, and we intend to go up to 19 cities in the next 6 months' time.
19 cities. Can
19
you
cities.
name them?
We will name you when we actually are prepared.
Yes, so
16 going up to 90.
Okay. So
Three
you will be
more.
adding 3 more states.
Yes.
Okay. So you are you are operating in 16 cities right now. So which city is doing good for ACT Fibernet?
The way you have to ask is, we don't look at a city-wise which is doing. We treat all the cities, because for us, customer is the same. So we make sure we don't actually look at a city-wise growth or profitability. That's not even a metric we use. For us, it's a customer promise that we deliver, and therefore, irrespective of which city they reside in, we ensure that whatever we promise we deliver. So to that extent, there is no one city, because by that logic, you can never build a new city, right? So we make sure that the same parameters, same service parameters, same speed parameters are delivered uniformly across. We have, for example, all our call centers are in-house. We want to deliver the best-in-class experience. We believe that if you have the customer contact centers in-house, it's a lot easier for us to understand the pulse of the customer. And therefore, we believe that it's best managed internally. For example, there are 2 customer centers, customer contact centers across the company. And we don't really differentiate between which particular city the customer calls from. We have one app that actually delivers uniform experience to all. So to that extent, we believe in delivering the seamless experience irrespective of whether the customer is in Nellore or in Delhi.
Okay, so you said that that reason behind this relaunching, that users can expect much more. So if you can tell me what else we can expect from you, like much more in what context?
If you see in my presentation, there are a plethora of a wide variety of areas where we are looking at giving the benefits of advantage to field advantage. One is in terms of expanded footprint. I talked about 19 cities. Other is expanded product offerings. For example, you must have seen recently, in the last 8 to 9 months, we had partnered with Google for the Google Home Mini, and for Amazon with Amazon Fire Stick. So similar kind of things that we intend to deliver to the customers.
Like more partnerships, okay.
More partnerships, more content partnerships that we talked about. So we've been doing it, for example, Yep TV, Who, Kangama, or Balaji. We are a part of this particular content partnership. Now we have recently launched, we added 2 more powerful customers to that. One is Sony Live, and we're going to start soon, in the next month or so, Z5. So similar things that the customer will experience a suite of content and other enabling features by being part of a network. On top of it, we do a lot of CSR activities. As I told you, we have connected more than 900 schools. And we also intend to, we have connected 100 libraries. All of them are free. And these 900 schools are government schools. Nearly 75,000 school children day in and day out use our services, and actually they get free of cost. And these are mostly on the government school children. We intend to actually up their capabilities by giving them the latest access to the latest information. Similar thing, we talked about it. We have from the smart cities. We got about 4,000 odd Wi-Fi hotspots, and wherever a customer goes there, he gets seamlessly connected to the hotspots and he can use it again. It's a part of fundamental liberating the customer wherever else he is at. And they are very high speed access points. So a series of these particular events, series of these initiatives to deliver that fees advantage to the customer is going to be part of the game plan going forward.
Okay. There are not many brands when it comes to Fibernet and all, and ACT is a very well-known name. So what kind of another brand is coming up in a couple of months or couple of days? There's so much news and all. So do you feel that competition and all, and are you launching these of your new initiative and relaunching as a part of your strategy to give a tough competition to that upcoming brand?
Honestly, this what you have seen is a work that we have done for the last year and a half. Secondly, this is a highly underpenetrated category. 7% of the homes in India are connected through broadband. So actually the salience of the category will go up with the competition enhancing. I also believe that this particular space is going to be the happening space. And just, we have just no more than 22 million homes connected, and half of them are not even on the fiber-based broadband. At least 10 to 14 million of them actually based on DSL, ADSL technology. So therefore, there is a huge amount of focus and a huge amount of opportunity in the market for a high-speed broadband product. And if you give more, the merrier to the customer.
So what kind of strategy ACT is going to adopt to give a tough fight to the upcoming brand?
See, I think all our operations are going to be based on our fundamental belief system. We are very focused in few cities. Even in cities, we are focused in few places wherever else we can actually build that access. And we are a very nimble brand, and we deliver the promise that we give to the customer. Honestly, it is more about our brand than focused on competition. Competition is good. Competition is good for every category, because category expansion happens through competition, and eventually it will benefit, because this is really underpenetrated category, and it can really make good potential, good opportunity eventually.
Okay, you said that you are expanding in 3 states in next 6 months. So what kind of investment you are planning to bring in?
Our balance sheet is strong enough to support the expansion plans. And for you, just for the consumption, for the last 2 years, 2 financial years, 17-18 and 16-17, we have invested roughly 800 crores in both financial years put together.
And in the infrastructure only, right?
In the total capital expansion.
Okay. What else we can expect from you in 2019?
Wait and watch.
So that's all from our side for today. Thank you so much, and keep watching Gizbot.